Hello everybody, Northern Hero here. How are we doing? You know, today I went to a different church that I've never been to before. And it was like a black church with, obviously more 90% Africans were in. Well, they could have been Jamaicans. I met the pastor last week because he came to my home group, or sometimes go to. Extremely friendly, very good knowledge of the Bible. Doesn't read the NIV version. Says it's a bit, kind of corrupted, kind of thing. He didn't say that word though, but he did say they've took a lot of words out. I've mentioned this before, I'm sure I have, quite a few years ago though. Or have I? Don't know. However, I might do another video about it sometime. So he was friendly, and one of the leaders said of my group said, we're going to this church on Sunday if anybody wants to come. I thought, why not? Very friendly, people coming up to me saying, hello, how are you, good to meet you, I'm such and such, what's your name? And I think that was brilliant. You don't often see that in white churches or whatever. You do now and again, mainly people who sat round you, but because it was a small church, it's so much easier for that to happen. Do you know what I mean? But I've been to different churches. I've been to small churches before, and that it doesn't always happen. The pastor was praying, and that he should have had a microphone though, because I couldn't hear anything. There were a guy who were mumbling in tongues or something, and fair enough, because we don't know what's going on in that man's life, who was sat near me, who was speaking in tongues or something. Women, during the worship, women were getting the tambourines and shaking the tambourines or patting them. And I did feel as though I were on a train, choo-choo, with the tambourines. It was good entertainment with one of the women who were dancing. She looked quite good as she was doing it, and really enjoying herself, really getting filled with the spirit. And even though we're extremely tired, I had a bit of an headache, to be honest, but I came out there with joy. I came out of that church feeling happy, and even though I came out early because I felt tired and that, it was good to be with fellow believers. By going to different churches and that, and seeing different believers, when we get to heaven, we will be in spirit. Obviously, we won't have a body, we'll have spirit. However, I do believe that we will be able to remember certain things about Earth and that, and we will, most assuredly, I believe we will be able to remember fellow believers on planet Earth. Oh, remember that time when I came to your church? Enjoyed it, kind of thing. Yes, oh yes. You know, I've been trying a few different churches out lately. About a month ago I went to one and I didn't enjoy it. It just sent too many people in, and the leader, the leader's wife were like speaking to us like primary school children, and even though she said hello, oh no, she didn't say hello that time, it were another time. Yeah, I didn't really enjoy it. I was sweating cobs, and just because that a few people go there is not necessarily your kind of thing. I like a bit of space. I don't like it being too crowded and that. Some people were friendly, don't get me wrong, But to be a church leader, I think you've got to do things, it's got to be done well. And today's church, the African church, well, not just African, anybody can go, you know. But like I said, mainly black people went, which is fantastic. It's nice to go to somewhere totally different, and it was different. It was probably a church which kind of which they probably used to in their country or something. I don't know. So I went, yeah, like I said, that about a month ago I tried that church out. Well, I got invited. I didn't enjoy it, but I have been enjoying a church which I've been about 4 times, and that's been really good. But I didn't quite enjoy it. Was it last week I went? Or 2 weeks ago, I forgot anyway, but I'm gonna keep on with that church, Church C we'll call it, and I'll probably be back there. But I'm up for trying different places and seeing different believers, because when we are in heaven we will be able to greet them people again, I believe. Oh hello, I recognise you. You came to worship God the Father in our building, in our church. Wouldn't that be amazing, fans? Yes, it would. And I truly believe that will happen. We need to make sure we are born again when we die, so we're in heaven. I know some people might say you've got to be baptised, you've got to be this or that. Is it going to suit the person? I'm not baptised yet, but I'm sure one day there will be a time. I do feel the Holy Spirit regular, and but I believe when I do get baptised, something supernatural will happen. But it's in God's timing. I've prayed about it, and I do not want to be anxious while I'm being baptised, or being forced as well, because you can get people saying you need to be baptised, you need to be baptised, and sometimes you might just go and be baptised, not for your sake, but for other people's sake, so they shut up about it. That's not genuine baptism. And if there's anybody watching that's been baptised because you're sick to death of listening to your dad or mum or other people saying you've got to be, that don't mean anything. It's like when a baby's being christened. Some people say it's the equivalent of being baptised, but a baby doesn't actually realise that they're being christened, although they're going in some water and they might cry. They've got to do it on their own behalf, I believe, and come and do it themselves. Alright, I admit, like I've just said, I've not been baptised yet, but they will come a time, and it will be a special, significant, and the right timing for me to be baptised. And just remember that. So, yeah. But it's hard, isn't it, to step out and put your name down to be baptised and get prepared, can we do those sort of things? It's not for everybody, is it, to stand up and speak out in front of, well, it doesn't have to be a large church, it can be just a small one with about 10 people, but sometimes that can be worse, because they might have got a rubbish baptism pool and with steps in or something, and but God is good, just remember that, and He's got a plan for my life, and I've prayed about this, I've prayed about it, and He will alert me on the right time and day. Obviously I've got to do my bit, I've got to step out as well. I can't just sit me bum, can I, and think, well, it's going to be a bit scary, it's going to be a bit scary. I am willing to be baptised, but it has to be when I'm fearless, basically, of standing up and expressing my prayer. Do you know what I mean? I'm Northern Hero. Subscribe, watch my videos. I've put on some great videos this year. If you've missed any, go back on my channel and just click on them. I've got videos from years ago, and that includes reading the Bible. If you can't be bothered reading the Bible, just click on one of my videos. Alright, it's reading a bit of Daniel. I can't be bothered reading today. I might listen to Northern Hero. Why not? It's just the same thing. You are putting God's words in your ears, and I am the one that speaks. God bless, bye, see you soon.